So I am adding a value of 1,100,000 Ghana cedis to just like that. And without wasting much of your time, this is the 1,100,000. Excuse me, this is it. This is, as usual, 200 cedis note, 100,000, 200,000, 300,000, 400,000, 500,000, 600,000, 700,000, 800,000, 900,000, 1 million Ghana cedis, 1.1 million Ghana cedis. This little cash is 1,100,000 Ghana cedis. You can make it. It's about 1,100,000 Ghana cedis. It's a little cash. It's a little chunk of money. So how much are you adding to yourself? Go there and add value to your life. God bless you and bless you so much. Okay, we have made it to the month of November 2025, and it's a plus to our life. Yes, we have made it to the month 2020. We have made it to the month November 2025. Early beginnings of this year, it wasn't easy because of one or two things that we actually encountered. A lot has passed by us. A lot of people have lost their loved ones. We have taken a lot to the grave. But as you're watching me, you are still alive. It's a sign that the Spirit of God has a purpose for you. There's nobody here on earth that the Spirit of God doesn't have a purpose for. And the issue with it is that it's up to you to avail yourself, make yourself available for the Spirit of God to use you in glorification to the name of God. Yes. Today is a beautiful Saturday evening. It's a Saturday evening. It's a little past the hour of 8. And we are in the month of November 2025. As usual, when you see me like this on every first of every month, around the hour of 8 o'clock to 9 p.m., I always come your way to motivate you, to encourage you, and to commence the program that we initiated at the early beginnings of this year, which is the 48 months to paradise. This program speaks more about how a man can create wealth and then save a lot, as plenty as you can. Most people has once had money before, but today when you ask them, they can't make provision for anything. The reason being is that they were not financially literate. So they mismanaged the little that God gave to them. Sometimes what comes to you, there's nothing you can do about it. But you see, the only thing you can do is that you can manage it well, save it well, and reinvest it well to create a multiplicity of it. If you understand what I'm saying. So it is your own responsibility to create a multiple streams of income for yourself. Some have channeled their energy to the real estate sector, some to the stock market, some are into Bitcoin trading and stuff. Some are also doing bond, treasury bills and stuff. All are digital platforms with the exemption of the real estate to accumulate wealth, specifically money. So I always come to you and ask you that, how much are you adding to yourself? As humans, you must always add value to yourself. You cannot just sit down and say, we have entered into the month, so we don't have anything to do. No, you have a responsibility to do. You must add value to yourself as you are preparing the ways for people. Even as you keep on paying your children's school fees, you must leave something, a chunk of it, and hide it somewhere. When they give you money to buy food, eat a little and save a little out of it. Don't go out there and squander all and come home. It doesn't make you a good person. When I was young, my father told me, he said, son, a good man must always make sure that when he eats, he must leave some in the bowl. So when I get $1 cedis, $1, $200, I must make sure that when I eat, I will leave a little behind, so that the impending dangers on the way that I'm not aware of, this money can help me, support me to fight or stand on my feet. We know that we are in economic crisis where the wind that is blowing around us in our countries, localities, and families, it's not easy to stand it, especially when you don't have a dime in your bank account. You can't make it. You can't make it. It is not easy to stay on the face of these adversities that is actually going on. A lot of people are wallowing in the pool of impecuniosity and long suffering. As a result of that, they are tempted looking for people who can extricate, help manumute them from poverty. And it is not easy to get people of that type, especially in this end time where many people has caused the downfall of certain people. Many people who had good heart, who thought that let's go and shoot the shoulder of this brother who is sinking, who poverty is carrying away, only for that person to stand on his feet and he will turn his back against you so badly. So this time around, it is not easy. When you are crying and gnashing out your teeth, it is not easy for people to come out and support you unless you are into a secret court or society or a confraternity where people will willingly volunteer to help you because they know that you are in the same organization, a secret organizations with them. But you don't have any secret organizations to join. We only have Christ, and Christ seated up there. He lives in us, but the flesh is seated out there. But the Christ conscious and everything lives in us, and it is our responsibility to unlock. And by unlocking it, we become very wise and intelligent. We will be able to know how to handle money. So this moment, we are in the 11th hour. That's how I see it. I always say we are in the 11th hour because we are in the 11th month. How much are you adding to your savings account? Save it. When you save money today, money will serve you tomorrow. So please save it. How much are you saving? How much are you saving? I am glad to tell you that I am willing to save 1,100,000 Ghana cedis. 1,100,000 Ghana cedis. I am adding a value to it. We are on the 11th month. Last month I was able to save 1 million Ghana cedis. This time around I am saving 1,100,000 Ghana cedis. It should tell you that indeed God keeps on increasing me on every month. He keeps on adding value to my life. I don't know how you are being paid. To some of you, you are being paid on an hour basis, on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis. Irrespective of how you are being paid, the biggest question in here is you being able to save a little out of how much you were paid at the end of the services that you have rendered. Don't go out there and squander it. There are certain calls that are not needed in your life. You see, let me tell you, most of the times we expect God to create miracles instantaneously regarding breakthroughs. But every miracle that God will cause in the life of everybody, be rest assured that that miracle happened for a purpose. God does not wake up and go about causing miracles in the life of people. That is why so many people are on the mountains and they are in the various homes and prayer centers, praying, waiting on the face of God earnestly for miracle. Sometimes, when the miracle does not come, create it yourself. Yes, you make room for a miracle to happen. When you are waiting on the face of God for a financial breakthrough and it does not happen, please try and utilize the said knowledge, the wisdom that you have to create the miracles yourself. And by so doing, sometimes you will not be there feeling so depressed and disappointed. Why? Because the expectation that you were willing or expecting God to do for you has been cut off. Most of the times, Christians normally give up when it comes to their financial aspect of their life. You see, God has given you knowledge. Whatever God does not do, He is expecting you to utilize your brains, your intelligence, your wisdom to do it for you. And that's how I see God. When anything seems beyond your strength, this is where God will step in. But you providing for yourself, sometimes God has given you the wisdom. You are a little God here on earth. And you can use your brain to create all the avenues, all the streams to generate whatever that you want. And that's how God wants us to behave. He doesn't want a situation where always we will think, we have to do this, and God has to do that for us. God has to do that. When you read the book of Exodus and the book of Numbers and stuff, many people were being killed during the times of Moses. When Moses was leading the Israelites, many of them were being killed because they failed to use their brain. And they are always waiting for God to do something, whilst they could have utilized their brain to solve their own problem. You don't sit down, look unconcerned, and think that you wake up one day and God will make you a billionaire. No. When you see any billionaire, some of them, they had nothing. Majority of them, they were never born with a golden spoon in their mouth. They sat themselves down and created whatever that they have. They created it. They are the master. They are the supreme architect of the luxuries and the empire they have built. They are all the architect of the empire they have built for themselves. They worked up hard. They woke up early in the morning. They sat down. They gave it a thought regarding the strategies and how to navigate their way through life. They sat down when you were asleep. And these are some of the things that they did. Some of them, it got to a point, they slept at their job centers. Some of these billionaires, as you see today, they have once doubled their hustle. When everybody was doing 8 hours, they did 16 hours. They did 14 hours. They did 12 hours. They did 15 hours. When people were doing 3 hours for survival, they did so many hours. They increased and doubled their hustle. So when you see them today, it's not like they just went into bed, woke up in the morning, and they were controlling millions of dollars or billions of dollars. Please, things like that doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. You must start from a little by little. You know, it is said that little drops of water makes a mighty ocean. And I always keep on telling you that a little drop of water makes a mighty ocean. And indeed, it makes a mighty ocean indeed. When you start saving little by little, your savings becomes a capital, and you start reinvesting your savings. It will attract and appreciate in life. And one day, the $1,000 you see today, when you start saving it, you can accumulate about 10-15% of it through investment. You can get a profit of 10-15-20% through the digital space. When you go to any reputable bank, there are so many venues or avenues and platforms on the digital space that you can invest your money. So don't sit down, fold your hands, and keep on gnashing out your teeth, and you are complaining too much. When you keep on complaining, God sees you in such a way that He doesn't even know what to do with you. He doesn't know what to do with you. You don't sit yourself down and keep on complaining. That is not how God created you. You are to harness the God-like nature in you and make hay whilst the sun shines. And that's what I can tell you. So to wrap up everything, how much value are you adding to your money? How much are you adding to your money? I am glad to tell you that we are in the month of November 2025, and I am adding a value of 1,100,000 Ghana cedis. So without wasting much of your time, I always show you the money just to boost you and ginger you so that you can work hard and work hard. You can also do it. You can achieve it. So many investment platforms. You can go to the stock market, the gold market, into animal husbandry, into agriculture, into the digital space, that is bonding, treasury bill, T-bills, and fixed deposit, and all these things. You can go there and then save there. You can rear animals, and then when they become mature, you will appreciate. When you buy the small ones and rear them, and when they grow, they have increased in weight and size. So you can resell them, and the money will appreciate. And that's what people have been doing. You can also do it. You can do it. You don't need to get 100 goats, 15 chickens, 300. Even if it is one, start laying or start rearing it, and it will yield a positive dividend. If it takes for you to go into farming, cocoa, cash crops, and stuff, you can go there and do it. I don't want you to sit idle and keep on expecting somebody to come and give you something. No, it doesn't happen that way. It doesn't happen that way. So I am adding a value of 1,100,000 Ghana cedis to just like that. And without wasting much of your time, this is the 1,100,000. Excuse me, this is it. This is, as usual, 200 cedis note, 100,000, 200,000, 300,000, 400,000, 500,000, 600,000, 700,000, 800,000, 900,000, 1 million Ghana cedis, 1.1 million Ghana cedis. This little, cash is 1,100,000 Ghana cedis. You can make it. It's about 1,100,000 Ghana cedis. It's a little cash. It's a little chunk of money. So how much are you adding to yourself? Go there and add value to your life. God bless you and bless you so much.